What is one thing that you will never do again? Jump off a moving train. Smoke alcohol. Me and my friends bought something called a Vaportini in college, where you could pour alcohol into a bulb, and after low heat separated the alcohol from the liquid. You could inhale it through the glass straw you inserted into the bulb. Basically you got drunk directly into your bloodstream/brain and it never hit your stomach. If you did too much, your body wouldn't make you vomit or something. There wouldn't be a simple self-regulation/safety measure. You'd just get alcohol poisoning. Felt very dangerous. The drunk wasn't a regular drunk feeling. We used it once and were like, okay, never again. I'd be surprised if you could still buy it, although it would be incredibly easy to replicate at home. Have a commute over an hour. F. That. Fall in love with a drug addict. Donate a kidney. Give up my life for work. Keep going the extra mile for a place that doesn't value you and pays you speep, even though you go the extra mile for them. You have one life with only so much precious time to enjoy it, and slaving away at some speep job is not worth it. Do what you can to reduce your workload and find better employment. Or hell, try to change the working conditions at your current job to improve things for everyone if you can. Smoke cigarettes. It's been 2 years since I quit. Take a laxative and sleeping pill at the same time. Climb Mount Kilimanjaro. Toughest thing I've done, and it's not worth it. I'm all about tough treks and camping, but to put yourself under tough conditions and susceptible to altitude sickness, only to get to the top for 10 minutes for a picture. No thank you. Take people for granted. Life is too short. Tell your loved ones you love them often. I love you too. Go on a long trip with people you don't know well. My GF and her bestie have this tradition of going on vacations together. Can be as short as a shopping weekend in some city, or as long as a trip to the US. At some point the idea came up for me to tag along to the US, because I'd never been there before. Sure, why not? Bestie wants to gift her father a US trip for his retirement anyway, and mom would like to tag along too. We could all go together. So we meet up and get to know each other. We get along and start planning the 3-week trip. Wonderful. Plane ride over. Mom. This is uncomfortable. No speep, I can't sit this long. And this comes to your mind now? It's not good for my back, I don't think it is for anyone. When are we there? Please shoot me now. Me to myself. No. Pull yourself Togita. Nobody enjoys flying. A few more hours and it'll be fine. Narrator. It wasn't fine. The complaining continued non-stop. There was too much driving. There were too many stops. Things looked too different from home, not nice. Things looked too much like home, not point in seeing. Towns were not walkable, I mean yeah. Highways are boring. Scenic routes are too long. Roads go too much up and down. Roads are too winding. Why do we have to drive off so early? I can't eat anything before 10. Why do we have to arrive so late? I can't eat anything after 5. Why do we have to stop here in the middle of nowhere? I want to see one of those big pine cones, literally that last stop where you refuse to get out. Listen to Reddit stock advice. Probably skydiving. It was a really cool experience, and I think everyone should do it once in their life. But I think one time is good for me. Sign lease with a stranger without hanging out with them a few times beforehand undefined. Give a Coca-Cola to a hooker that asked for Coke. I was young and innocent. Take back a cheater. Know your worth, my brothers and sisters. Work for a narcissist. As soon as I see the signs again and gone. I'll never ignore red flags to start a new job because I'm blinded by a high salary again. Left a solid, decent job with good PPL because I was chasing those dollars. Saw some red flags throughout the interview process, but ignored them because I thought the extra money I'd be making would make it tolerable. 8 months later I was burnt out, in a serious depression. No social life and was miserable. Never again. My ex-wife. Drink MD20 over 20. Ground drugs. Found a little baggie of what I thought was Molly on the ground at a rave when I was younger. Took some a few days later at home and damn near overdosed on methyl speed or rat poison or whatever the hell it was. Thought my heart was going to jackhammer right through my ribcage and had a panic attack that lasted hours. Rode the night out and flushed the rest down the toilet and will never do anything like that again. Skitching. Was riding behind my car at maybe 20 miles per hour. Car hit a speed bump, so I tried to pull myself onto the back of the car before I ate asphalt, and my hand slipped, and I fell on the back of my head and concussed myself. Surprised I didn't die of a brain hemorrhage. Was incredibly scary, and I nearly vomited everywhere. I will never do that again. I tried swimming in the Yellow River. Not the one in China. The one in Georgia, which runs through my suburban neighborhood. It was foamy and heavily polluted, with garbage everywhere. There were a lot of damselflies flying around me, which makes sense, but was still unusual and weird. At one point, I found an entire plastic tricycle left in the water, which I was unable to save. Sorry kid. I used a lost ball as a flotation device, which went well until it deflated. So, I was stuck in the current, with no idea how deep the water under me was, and no one to help me out. I held onto a log until I decided to climb the bank back up to the park area. When I got up, I was muddy and scratched from thorns. After showering at the pool, I went home, sadder but wiser from communing with nature. So, if anyone's still looking for their trike, too bad.